Hey everybody, Jason and John here. Everyday Crypto, part of Crypto Tax Shield, the best membership platform in the world in terms of crypto tax professionals getting your crypto life in order. And we're doing another episode today with Jason, who's my good guru on these things. Jason, well, thanks. First of all, thanks for doing another one of these with me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, back at you. Yeah, it is 2022, man. Let's hope people make a lot of money and keep a lot of money. That'll be my wish for this year. So, as a new guy getting into this world, I come across these terms and words and synonyms and acronyms and all these other things that happen in crypto, NFTs and all that stuff. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to make a little list. I'm going to get Jason on the line. We're going to make a little lesson out of this. And I'm just going to throw some terms at you. Just kind of tell me what they are. I run into these all the time. I don't know what they are. Some I've looked up, and then, two different people might have two different ideas of how they interpret them. So I'm going to just shoot them off to you, and if you could, just kind of tell me what they are and what they mean.
Yeah, you got it. No problem.
Cool. First one I came across is just two letters, GM. What are we looking at there?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay.
So crypto is so different from traditional finance, right?
Right.
Like if you love Tesla stock, you just love it, and maybe you tell your friends, but you don't really build a community around it. Crypto builds communities, and it's so different. Like when you jump into crypto, you're jumping in with, and you're making friends, you're changing lives.
Right.
So good morning kind of reflects this. GM stands for good morning, and the reason I always say good morning, even if it's not in the morning, is because we all believe still that we are very early to this party, and the best is still yet to come. So good morning.
Well, good morning to you. That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's a cool thing. I like that. Yeah, cool. Next one, HODL, hodl.
Yeah.
Am I saying that wrong? Hodl? Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So I don't know what year it was, but some lady was doing a crypto reporting. I think she's writing something about crypto, and she misspelled hold, and it went hodl. And from there on out, hodl means hold your coins, do not sell them.
Gotcha.
Like, don't get scared, hold.
Got it. So it's just
it goes to reflect the swings of crypto.
Right.
Newbies get real tempted to sell because the first time they see a massive 20% dip, they're jumping out of the buildings.
Right.
So hodl. Just hodl your coins, and long term that will pay you dividends. Love it.
That's awesome. All right. Next one, buy the dip, which I think I can figure out. If logic, I'm guessing buy low, sell high is that sort of what we're talking about?
Right. So everyone knows buy low, sell high.
Right.
It makes perfect sense. And I don't know why buy the dip only sticks with crypto, but I think it's because of the long-term belief that we're always going up.
I see.
So even like in bear markets, we know in the future we're going way higher than this.
Right.
So buy the dip is more of a phrase of opportunity.
Gotcha.
Right. Take advantage of this dip because we all know we're going up from here. So
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. So basically, anytime you enter to do a buy, that's sort of where the dip is theoretically, right? Because you're always going to be cruising up that mountain.
Theoretically, sure.
Okay.
If you pull out a long-term view, you're always in the dip from the future.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Awesome. I like that. Next one, shill. SHILL.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what some of the definitions of that is, but yeah.
You ever see that guy, Mad Money?
Yeah, of course. Jim Cramer?
Right, Jim Cramer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you look up shill in the Webster's dictionary, that's what a shill is.
Right.
So people that are selling you their bags, right?
Mm-hmm.
They went out and bought a bunch of Bitcoin, and now they're telling you to buy some.
Right.
Because they want to benefit their situation, so they're shilling their bags is what it's called.
So they're sort of trying to drive at least their portion of the market to help. I mean, it's self-serving, right? It's to increase the overall so that theirs goes up, right? I mean,
there are so it is totally self-serving, but there are like my friends will show me their bags, but I know it's because they believe in what they hold.
Right.
But if you go to YouTube and watch a random video and some guy's telling you to buy some coin you've never heard of, that's probably some form of shilling,
okay.
and you should do your own homework.
Right.
He could be selling you a good project, but he also could be selling you absolute junk. You don't know.
Sure. Well, you just mentioned the word bag 3 or 4 times. That's my next question. So, what's a bag? Just sort of what.
That's a cool one too. I like it. It's a bag. So if I went out, let's just say I text my buddy and I say, "Man, I just bought a bag of, V-chain." So it just means I bought some crypto that specific coin. I just bought a bag. Right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So I consider that one holding of Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever it is. That's my bag.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of famous story that I really love where I forget who it was, but some guy was spreading FUD about one of these cryptocurrency projects, and some other kid said, "Hey man, why don't you just shut up and sell me your bag?" Right? Like, hey, I don't want to hear your FUD anymore.
Right.
I'll buy your bags at the price it's worth, and then you can just shut up. Like, it's so classic.
Love it.
Classic crypto.
That's funny. We're gonna get back to FUD because that's on my list. Well, let's do FUD. You just mentioned FUD. So what is? I've never even heard that term.
I think FUD is the most educational word in crypto, right? So it stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Gotcha.
And the reason why it's so important, I think, is that there's this tool that's not only used in crypto, it's used in all, investment vehicles. It's called the Fear and Greed Index.
Right.
And it more or less just breaks down human psychology and goes to show that most people are going to sell in times of extreme fear and they're going to buy in times of extreme greed.
Right.
But the smart investors know it's the exact opposite. You should buy when the world is terrified, and you should sell when everyone's super greedy.
Right.
So FUD is a reflection of that, right? So tomorrow, guaranteed within the next month or two, China's going to come out and ban Bitcoin again or crypto again. They do it every 2 months, it seems like.
Right.
And that will be FUD.
Okay.
People are going to freak out. Newbies are going to think that's the first time that's happened, and they don't want to sell their bags because the whole world's ending. So anytime you hear a negative story about crypto or a project, that's FUD.
Gotcha. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I mean that could be applied to just about anything, right? So,
right.
Don't know if I'm going to pronounce this the correct way, but is it WAGMA? WAGMA?
Yeah, WAGMA, right.
Okay, so, WAGMI, yeah.
Right, WAGMA. Once again, this comes back to the strong communities that are built in crypto. You'll see it nowhere else. The communities in crypto are unbelievable.
Absolutely.
You feel like family. So that's where WAGMA comes from. It's we all gonna make it.
Gotcha.
That's what it stands for.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Maxis, MAXIS apostrophe S.
Yeah. So Maxis is in crypto. For a long time, it was really just Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And the guys who showed up early, they were true believers, and they deserve credit for that, for seeing the vision way before guys like me showed up.
Right.
But after a while, those guys became Bitcoin maximalists when other projects would show up, like Ethereum or whatnot, and they would refuse to give any other cryptocurrency its credit. Like to this day, I've heard Bitcoin maximalists call Ethereum a rug pull.
Nice. Wow. Interesting.
So, maxis are guys who are stuck to one train of thought, and no matter what, they're not going to get off of it. So it usually sticks with Bitcoin maxis is where it usually lies. But there are other maxis. I guess now there probably are Ethereum maxis and whatnot.
Sure. Interesting. Do you think there's, not to get into a deep philosophical thing, but do you think there's some validity to that, or do you think being open-minded is probably the smarter play?
Well, I think there's 2 ways to look at it. So a lot of crypto projects are junk.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
90% of the projects out there today probably won't be around 5 years from now.
Right.
with that being said, the other 10% are going to go to the moon, right?
Great.
The survivors go to the moon, the rest die. And so I think maxis are playing it safe. I think Bitcoin's always going to be here. That's the safest bet in cryptocurrency.
Right.
I mean, it's withstood the test of time. But with that being said, I think not looking into other projects at all is costly.
Sure. And that makes perfect sense. Tokenomics, because you sort of hit on that a little bit in one of our previous episodes, but I want to get a little more clear definition of that, if we could.
Yeah, this is one of the things I love most about crypto, and why I got out of equities or precious metals.
Right.
In crypto, the tokenomics, since your project is written in code, and that code can handle smart contracts, you can program that coin to behave in certain ways without a human being ever interacting with it. And this would be considered as tokenomics. For example, they might have token burns where on every single day of the month or something, they will burn a certain amount of those coins. And once coins are burnt, they never come back.
I see.
Or they can do the halving, like the Bitcoin did. That's part of their tokenomics. So there's a million different ways they can structure it. And these newer projects have gotten so creative with their tokenomics. It's a thing of beauty. It really is. And you really get a pleasure watching these financial experiments play out based on the tokenomics. Tokenomics is one of the things I look at hardest when I look at getting involved in a project, to be honest with you.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I mean, that makes perfect sense, right? Like I mean, if you're going to make any decisions, you've got to have information and have that information broken down in a way that helps you guide your...
Right, that's the difference between, let's just say, buying stock and buying crypto. Buying crypto, the tokenomics are set in stone. They are in code and they will not change.
Gotcha.
Whereas if I go out and I want to buy a stock, the amount of information that's given to me as a retail investor on how the dilution of that stock is going to move forward in time.
Right.
I really don't have that information, and even if I did, they could change it. They could do private sales. They could do all kinds of stuff that would dilute my share of that stock. Whereas in crypto, that's not the case. They can't dilute it. You can't create more Bitcoin. Like, it just can't be done. Right?
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, really, and it also speaks to the strength of something like cryptocurrency versus the standard that's out there now, is because you don't know what's going to happen with stocks. A lot of things matter. Who's the president at the time? What's China doing at the time? Is there more of a pandemic coming? All that.
Let's just say they get a new CEO. That CEO, wants to dilute the stock. He doesn't. He doesn't really ask my permission to do so.
That's right. And probably should as a stockholder, right? All right. To round out the list, I got one more I want to go over. Rekt, R-E-K-T.
Yeah, Rekt is the worst one.
Oh, I saved it for last, right? So, the worst for last.
Rekt is pretty much what it sounds like. You got wrecked.
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe you stepped on a landmine. Maybe the market crashed. Whatever it is.
Right.
That's the thing about crypto. There's a lot of landmines. Like, you have to be smart. You have to move with caution because the rug pulls, the flash crashes, the hacks, things that are way above my head as far as how they get done. There's so many of them out there, so many scams. I mean,
sure,
you have to protect your crypto with due diligence, and every once in a while, you or one of your friends will get caught up and get wrecked, and that's when you pretty much lose your portfolio or a massive part of it.
Yeah, everybody has many heart attacks, and you lick your wounds, gather yourself, and then go at it again, right? So.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, this has been awesome, man. I wanted to get through some of these. I knew you're the guy to talk to on this. I'm sure there's many more we'll cover down the road. But like I've mentioned before, the interesting thing about crypto is it is community driven. It seems, at least in part, and it's always good to learn the verbiage and learn the language, because for somebody like me, it really is stepping into a new land and trying to speak with people that speak the native language. So.
I'll be honest with you, crypto communities are the coolest communities on earth. I really believe that. at the core of my heart, I believe that, and I've
Yeah.
seen it. I'm not really I'm pretty antisocial. I spend most of my time looking at numbers and
Sure.
stuff like that. But communities in crypto are very strong. I mean, I've never seen a community carry a stock
Yeah.
from collapse, right?
Right.
Never seen that. Whereas I can name off a dozen projects that are crypto based that I feel they survive solely on their communities. That's how strong the communities are. I don't think the tokenomics are any good. I don't think the projects are any good, but the community is strong.
Great.
And that's that alone will make an amazing thesis for somebody who studied community culture.
Yeah.
And why is it so strong in crypto?
Yeah, and really that's the main reason we started Crypto Tax Shield is, we sort of piggybacking on the idea that community matters, the tribe matters, and trying to get everybody sort of on the same page of, look, we're all in this together, and let's just make sure we take care of each other and make sure we protect the wealth that we're building, and stay out of trouble. So that's what we're doing. So this is awesome, Jason. Thank you so much, man. And we're gonna.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
we're all gonna make it.
We are. WAGMA. No, yeah, I love it, and we're gonna do more of these. So we'll do another one soon. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, man. Take care.